So today we'll be taking a look at the latest with The Rock and Roman Reigns, Trish Stratus' comments on Alexa Bliss, Xavier Woods' holdout, and more. Let's start things off with this news on Xavier Woods' contract holdout. Xavier Woods is finally getting some well-deserved and well-earned spotlight in WWE, especially now as King Woods. Kofi Kingston had his big singles run with Kofi Mania in 2019. Big E is currently having his major run as WWE champion over on Raw, and now Xavier Woods finally has his own singles run going on as King Woods. Winning the King of the Ring tournament is a big deal and means a lot. But sometimes, due to WWE's writing of the King and Queen characters, it's really a toss-up. The royal persona can either help a talent or hurt them by making them look goofy. It's still fairly early in both King Woods and Queen Zelina's reigns, so we can't really judge it quite yet, but it's off to a good start at least for King Woods. His first program after becoming king was a feud with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, and everyone knows that anything Bloodline related is going to be a hit, and that's what it's been so far. Kofi and Woods picked up a few wins over Jimmy and Jay, and now they've angered Roman Reigns. So Xavier Woods is about to have arguably one of the biggest single matches in his career when he faces off with Roman Reigns on the November 12th edition of SmackDown. Will King Woods pick up the pinfall win over Roman Reigns? Most likely not, because Roman is on a big undefeated streak, and it won't come to an end on a random edition of SmackDown, so you can cross off that outcome. But either way, it's still a big deal and big platform for King Woods to prove himself and prove that he belongs in there with WWE's biggest star. So everything is going well for Xavier Woods inside of the ring, but apparently there's some contract issues going on behind the scenes. According to Fightful, Xavier Woods and the rest of the UpUpDownDown content creators are holding out on putting content for that channel until Woods is offered a better deal in relations to that channel. For those of you who are unaware, UpUpDownDown is a gaming YouTube channel featuring the WWE superstars. Xavier Woods serves as the main driving force behind the operations of the channel. Some fans even look at the channel as being Xavier Woods' channel. But technically, even though he's the face of the channel, he does not own it. The channel is WWE property, so he's taking all this time to produce the channel's content and run the channel with no income from that channel at all. The Fightful report claims that Woods earns little to nothing for the channel, and everything related to the channel feels like that is really wrong considering all the effort and time Xavier Woods puts into the channel. There really would be no UpUpDownDown without Xavier Woods. So that seems to be the situation there. Content has been paused on the channel until Woods is given a reasonable and respectable deal for his work on the channel. So hopefully that situation gets resolved soon because Woods deserves a lot for his work on the channel, and the fans obviously miss the content as well. Trish Stratus has a lot to say during her recent interview with Vibe 105 Sports. Trish even commented on all the superstars that she sees herself in and spoke on Alexa Bliss. She had this to say, quote, "A lot of time, I see shades of me in a lot of them. It's funny because I'll mostly see it on the timeline on Twitter during Raw. People will be like, oh, shades of Trish Stratus. And there are a few. Definitely Alexa Bliss at the beginning. I saw shades of me when she did her heel thing. It's cool to see that and an honor." End quote. Trish is referencing Alexa's days as heel from 2016 to just around early 2019. Those few years included a handful of eras for Alexa Bliss and her character. It started off with the 5 Feet of Fury era, and then the Goddess era, and then the early days of teaming with Nikki Cross where Alexa was borderline heel. So during that 3-year time span of heel Alexa Bliss, Trish Stratus saw a lot of herself in Alexa. Like Trish said herself, there's a lot of superstars that give off the Trish Stratus vibes. Obviously, Mandy Rose now being one of those names. Not only does Mandy have a physical resemblance to Trish Stratus, Mandy has also gone through some eras and paths similar to what Trish Stratus went through during her time in WWE. So there's a lot of superstars that remind Trish Stratus of herself and give her those familiar vibes. Trish was one of the most influential superstars of all time, so there's a high chance that a lot of today's current stars do look back at some of Trish's films and pull things from what she did back in the day. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It's a match that's been talked about for years, and these two haven't even shared the same ring in a long time. The Rock and Roman Reigns did have a few interactions early on in Roman's career. The Shield did take out The Rock one time, so you can count that as a big moment between the two of them. Then, fast forward a few years after that, WWE uses The Rock to try to get fans to buy into Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. The Rock saved Roman Reigns and assisted him in winning the Royal Rumble, but the crowd booed both Roman and The Rock as they stood in the middle of the ring that night. Fast forward to current day, and fans are beyond eager and can't stop talking about a potential Roman Reigns vs. The Rock match. The Rock recently addressed the rumors of facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38 and had this to say while speaking with Dish Nation, quote, "I can tell you that there is no truth to that right now. Possibly down the road, we will see. We stay very close, myself and Roman Reigns. I'm very happy, very proud for the work that he's doing, as well as the Usos, my other family members. Those guys will continue to do what they're doing, and we'll see down the road." End quote. So nothing really too surprising there from The Rock. Everyone knew that WrestleMania 38 was out of the question, and that WrestleMania 39 was more of the real potential spot for this match to take place at. So maybe Brock Lesnar is the WrestleMania 38 opponent, and The Rock will step up for WrestleMania 39. Only real question here is if Roman Reigns would still be Universal Champion in 2023. You're talking about a near 3-year long reign at that time. So, does WWE truly commit to Roman for holding the title for that long? Guess it all comes down to his opponents and stories. If they really have enough content to stretch it out for that long and have it still feel fresh, then that'll be no problem. But if it starts to get repetitive where it's just Jimmy and Jay helping Roman cheat for the next 2 years, it could start to get problematic. But even if he does lose the title long before WrestleMania 39, Rock versus Roman is still one of those matches that doesn't even need a title on the line. Even if they're fighting each other based off family pride and family drama, it still is WrestleMania main event worthy. So, as far as 2022, The Rock officially said that it's out of the question, but he didn't shut down the rumors completely. It just sounded like he was hinting at it being more down the line. So we'll see what happens there. But who do you think would win that massive matchup between The Rock and Roman Reigns? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.